Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope you're all doing well wherever you are. Are you warm? It has been on the brisk side out. If you've got warm weather, muzzle. Been pretty chilly here all day. Luckily, freezing. You know, I was off. Starting mid yesterday, I started not feeling too hot. It's that time of like, oh, I did get a flu shot in the fall, but it's almost time to be getting a cold. So, stopped at the store and got, Friday, I did get some sinus pills because this side of my head is clogged up. And, got some like Tylenol sinus yesterday. So it's helped. I woke up. My voice is still here. Yesterday, I could tell a tickle in my throat. The telltale sign is when my voice starts getting a little gruff and I start sounding like B. Arthur. It usually goes me, Kathleen Turner, B. Arthur. And then I just lose my voice completely. And I can't not talk. It's hard. So, woke up. Fell back asleep, took some more medicine, fed Sophia, went back to sleep. So finally it was, I guess, about noonish. And still cold out. They had canceled schools for today and everything. So hopefully tomorrow should be pretty normal. And I'm not one usually just to, lounge about. And I do feel fine, honestly. So just tend to this. My head's clogged. Great. So, ended up having fun and putting a green gobbler in my shower drain was slowing, so there's that. And so I had to go get some more of those green gobbler sticks. Those help when your drain is clogged, obviously. Hair, all kinds of crap. I tried the natural way plunging, and that does help pull the stuff out. So I made a quick run to Home Goods and TJMaxx. So before we get on to that was pretty much all I did today. Thanks to Dawn of the Discs, we got some announcements. From Shudder on April 7th, that the third installment of their VHS series Halloween will be out. So I've watched the first one. I really liked it. Very old school. On March 3rd, Ella McKay. I heard good things about it. It has Jamie Lee Curtis in it. And then on March 17th, for the love of God, another release of Jurassic Park. The first 4 movies, but they are 4K. But they do have Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. How many freaking times are we going to release that? There's some of us who just do not have home theaters and just don't care. But I'm sure there's people who have their elaborate home theater. But wow, they could put those, release something else. Sheesh. Anyway, so ended up going, I always go home, TJMaxx first. They're right next to each other. You have Ross, which I don't go to because that's a hot mess, and I've only been in there like twice. The TJMaxx and then a Home Goods, which the TJMaxx and the Home Goods, Home Goods is in the spot where Toys R Us used to be. Where Ross is, that used to be Circuit City. Crazy. So, memories. So, I went in and I did find my mom some of her day and night face stuff. She likes there, but they've been out for the past couple of months. So, I always have pictures of it to see what I need to get. And then I found other things that I needed. And of course, I always look at their phone accessories, etc. Now, I told you guys a couple of months ago that I had seen the AIWA. They had a Walkman and the CD player. I do have my Sony Discmans, so that wasn't really a thing. But I'm glad, at the very least, for the price point. It was like $35 for the CD player and $30 for the Walkman. This one today, $10. So you know what? For you all, I took a chance on a $10 retro, the AIWA Street cassette player and earbuds. Hey, for $10, I will. FM AM radio, cassette player, 3.5 millimeter aux wired earbuds included. These little ass, what the hell? And uses 2 AA's, not included. Okay, so first thing, I've already taken it out of the box. I've got batteries in it. These, no. I have never cared for, I have tried different mini versions of, never AirPods, but like the cheap versions. I love wired. I love getting pissed when they get caught on something. That's just me. So in the box, you got that. Oh, and let's, got your specs, your user manual. Using the cassette player. I'm good. I think I've got this mastered. But if someone like a Gen X parent is giving it to a younger generation to learn, kudos. And I think that's definitely, I remember a couple of years ago, I think at Target, they had a Sharp Walkman. And it was like $15. And I was like, are you kidding me? That's cool. It was, you know, like a comeback. So, we're not using those headphones. I have a pair of my own Sony, which are the best. Sony MDR W08. So, these are the ones I always prefer. I hate the behind the necks or the ones with really thick. Don't get me wrong. I would like a pair of the big AirPods, but at the end of the day, I like these. You do have, I mean, it's, for what it is, it's a Walkman. There's no clip or anything. You do have an antenna. We're gonna jam out, gang. So, I did try the radio. Okay, not bad. Yeah. So, I mean, in all fairness, for $10, I will not complain. Now, like so. Now, I don't have a large collection of cassette tapes. I know I have some more in storage, probably. Today, we'll just use the Can't Stop the Music soundtrack with the Village People. Now, from like 1980, when disco was already kind of dead. So, look how plain that is. I mean, if you look at it, it looks like it would be a knockoff, but it's not. So, I wonder how much input Nancy Walker had on selecting when she directed the movie for the soundtrack. So, of course, there's that. And I'm going to play, fast forward, rewind, stop. Now, I know from playing this tape before, it's got a slight drag because it is 40 plus years old now. 46 to be precise. Right? Wow. And let's check the volume. Hold on here. Ay, 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 ay. I know this would blow the mind of any younger person that gets this. It takes me back because I have not had a Walkman in so long. It's a good starter one for somebody. I would definitely, being me, go on eBay and get if I could get a deal on a new old stock, that would be great. But it's not something I would use a lot either. This is actually a really good. I'm gonna say it, not bad for what it is. It's got some heft to it, which I'm sure the two double A's and a tape probably help. It doesn't feel cheap, as you would think. Now I kind of wish I had the CD player to kind of compare, which I know the Sony could kick the AIWA's CD butt. So, but yeah, look, if you can find it on clearance at TJMaxx, somebody said Marshall's, $10, go for it. Even $10, $15. Now, one thing I've noticed about both TJMaxx and Home Goods today, this was $10. I saw another one like a foot away, same exact one, for $3 more for $13. So the markdown strategy is all kinds of wackadoo. So I look around. I got a heatable Brookstone sinus mask. It was clearance to $6. I saw two of them. I was like, okay, I'll think, Then I saw another one, $4.50. So I went with the $4.50 one. So Daddy loves a bargain. But yeah, this is I do wish it had a clip. I don't know. It just takes me back, being the Gen Xer I am. Because I even had, before that, and I have it. It's my first cassette player was and is the Sesame Street, and it has I think it's Ernie who comes off or something. And I remember taking it to my grandmother's, and I got it for Christmas along with a bunch of other stuff. And it was fun. And then I think when that one died, because honestly, I used it so freaking much. And I remember the blank tapes I could buy. They were in a pack of 3, fairly cheap. Centron, Certron. And then my next one was a Panasonic black standard tape player. I mean, with the handle, you'll know it when you see it. And then after that, it was a GE from like 1986. And that was a cassette player. And I had a Panasonic boom box that was cassette only. So I love cassettes. Granted, growing up, it was like the late 70s. I would go to the mailbox, and my mom was a member of the Columbia House 8-track club. That was the first, with 8 tracks, that was the first time Steve Martin, King Tut, and Barry Manilow. Copacabana, baby. So, but I say, my verdict, thumbs up on this, because honestly, it's pretty cool. If you're a millennial, zennial, wanting to digital detox and go into the physical media, yes, iPod's the way to go too. But cassettes, because they have made cassettes coming back, Guardians of the Galaxy and a couple of other things. I still say the CD player as well. But if you find both on clearance for a great price, go for it. I mean, $10, I was like, oh, no brainer. So, but I'm pretty impressed. It makes me want to go on eBay and try and find a good Sony or something like that that's basically brand new. And I know that would last probably way longer than this, but But it's not like I'm going to use this every day either. So for what it is, I give it an approval. And, you know, well, and also if you find a audiobook that's not on CD and it's only on a book on tape, here you go. So there's so many books out there that aren't on Audible or CD that were just, you know, on cassette. One of my first audiobooks I remember getting in our mall, before there was Dollar Tree, there was a store called Everything's a Dollar. And my first audiobooks were Robin Cook's Outbreak. Oh, there were 3. One was a Stephen King like anthology with grandma or something. It's just it was wild. Robin Cook's Outbreak and Asimov's Foundation. So wild. And yeah, that started my love for audiobooks. So yeah. And I do have an Audible, which I need to cancel because I've got some credits I need to use up. And I'm terrible about canceling before another charge comes through. So, that is Monday. I know it's not much today, but we got those few little announcements. And, yeah. And the AIWA Walkman. Oh, sorry. Street Cassette Player. So, but any of it's just like, you know, we're always going to call it a Walkman, whatever. So, but yeah, I've even looked on eBay for these brand new. Luckily, the Discmans I have recently, they came with the yellow, the earphones they were supposed to. Now, for my iPod here, I do have these. So you'd be surprised what these go for now, when I remember, honestly, 15 years ago going to Walmart or Target and, you know, you had choices. So my, how times have changed. So, but yeah, so I took one for the team. I have zero regrets. And if you do happen to see this out and about and you do not have a street cassette player, and it's a great price, go for it. I would not have paid $30 for it. I wouldn't have paid $35 for the CD player. Now, had they had the CD player and it had been like $10 to $12, I probably would have bought both, but they did not. They just had the cassette player. So, but I give it my approval. I mean, if it gets younger people into the physical media, then that's all the better. How about that? So yeah, that's all I got for today. We had that little bit of news, and so I've got to change clothes, throw a load of laundry in, and fix some dinner. So, but yeah, so I hope y'all have a good rest of your night. Stay warm if you're in one of the cold areas right now. I think it's supposed to be cold all week for us. So, but yeah, eat you something good for dinner, get a good night's sleep, and for the love of Pete, don't stay up doom scrolling like I do, because I've been losing sleep. So, and I think today I was able to catch up on it some. So yeah. So, again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Hey, you. Yeah, I see you. Thanks. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm glad you're here. Let's build our little community here in our little corner of the YouTube. And we'll see if we get any more physical media news tomorrow. We'll see what tomorrow brings. And I will see you all tomorrow.